So, just for this analysis, I kind of wanted to start off, you know, just by introducing myself. If you haven't seen my channel before, if you're seeing this on YouTube, uh, hi, my name's Fonkris, and today, this is a kind of beginning of a series I wanted to start called Melee Review, where I take a look at, melee sets that I find pretty important, from either the current meta, past meta, just different periods in melee history. And, I want to kind of break down the interactions and situations that are occurring in the sets, kind of explain why things happen the way they do, and then ultimately, we will investigate together and figure out the importance of the sets and deduce from that why someone might have won or lost and how it could affect the future of Melee. And this set's pretty important, in my opinion. This is one that I have studied it again and again. I've looked at it, during sleepless nights, and I'm just kind of chilling in bed. And, hopefully I can give this set the kind of proper review it deserves. And, hopefully by the end of this analysis, we can further our understanding of Marth and versus Falco in today's meta. For our general game plan, for Falco's perspective, there's kind of a couple of things we want to really pay attention to, and these are just general, kind of the gist of it. So, as Falco, we have a couple of goals. The first is locking down Marth's movement options with laser. Marth has really great options out of dash. He can, dash back, he can, stuff aerials incoming from that. And as a general rule of thumb, if we can lock his movement down, we're already, reducing his options substantially. A second goal that we kind of have is we want to alternate approaches between laser, and then, going from laser overshoot and undershoot aerial to kind of catch, if they want to approach immediately, or, if you want to undershoot, you can kind of bait them that way. And then also you can do laser dash back or dash dance mix-ups, which, that can set up whiff punishes, or you can always have time to laser afterwards to set up whiff punishes on not inherently grab, but pushing them back further in the corner. And, just a general rule of thumb, we don't want to be above Marth if possible. We want to kind of slide off on side plats if we're able to. And, escape platform sequences. And last but not least, and this is really important, we want to mix up our recovery options depending on Marth's position. So that's going to be something we'll be paying attention to quite often throughout this set.
Zane, right? And the spot that has been entitled to him versus
there we go.
The guy who made he made it out of an open.
So yeah, they're kind of just feeling out each other right now.
That's right.
I'll point out the first kind of big thing I noticed here immediately.
Falco versus Marth, and this is a player matchup that has historically been,
so he kind of gets grabbed for kind of over pressing here.
But I think the lifetime does go to Zane, so.
Alright, so right here I wanted to just pause real quick and kind of just break this down. So here, I'm going to show this. So right here, this is kind of important. So doing this up B forces Marth to kind of have to approach you. He has to go out of his way. Let me go back a little bit.
But I think the lifetime does go to Zane, so.
Yeah. So doing this double jump into Firebird is really good. It forces Marth to kind of edge guard you actively off stage. And we're gonna pay attention to how Mango kind of utilizes this recovery mix-up quite well. So, there's two ways he kind of can call this out. He'll run out in forward air. If he's close enough to the ledge, he can call it out with a forward smash, or if he gets a really good read on if you're going to the ledge, he can down tilt it. So let's see, this is going to come up more than once, but it's kind of important to pay attention to. Another thing too, just to keep track of what's happened recovery wise so far. So Mango has gone to the ledge. So now Zane understands, like, okay, that's going to be on the table. But conversely, Zane kind of recovered low underneath, like, this ledge area here. So we're just going to pay attention to how that'll play into a factor. You know, both players have seen this once so far, so there's nothing to assume that they understand, you know, what's going to come next. But let's pay attention to how that kind of pans out.
He's dead. Mango with tricky recovery all weekend.
You gotta make a read sometimes there. It's not fully 100, but I mean, look at all this he gets off of it anyway. Ooh. Oh, looking for the up air scoop. Geez, Zane.
I feel like Mango also nailed the fastball timing after that up B.
Super
he was
crispy
gonna
like.
get, yeah, it would look really crispy. Because I feel like he should have gotten hit by that up air or nair, whatever Zane did. But he was down and in his shield fast.
Yeah.
Mango's
Good.
choice of punish
It's
goes
kind of
for
a
back
standard
down tilt, doesn't kill
option
him.
there.
I don't know.
And see, now we're seeing it quite often here. Zane's kind of just dropping down low, just trying to, you know, recover. So this was another sequence that I kind of like looked at earlier. I thought was kind of nice. So right here, like, Mango handles the respawn really, really well. Like, even though it's like just a drop down fair, the fact that he's able to kind of just, like, you know, preempt, like, shield that in advance. But then at the same time too, he tries turning this into like a winning situation for him. That grab at 7:14 was amazing from Zane. He turned Mango's drift away dare into a drift in per se. Yeah, I know, it's such a high level set. There's a lot of really cool things that go on. See, and then right there, like, he just like wave dashes back. Tries to kind of get something going, but what's important here is that, and I think he does kind of try to go for like a wave dash back and then shine Zane as he's like approaching, but even though he doesn't get that, he still, you know, tries to maintain a good position afterwards. And that's a pretty standard edge guard. Makes sense. He was a little bit too away to really do anything there.
Definitely are one factor that makes it easier to sort of control the ground game. Look at all this. Also,
that was really good. Really good.
I mean, some people complain
got a
about
nice
how,
punish off of that.
Fox, they can smash
Oh, and then this is another situation right here I thought's really clever. So what Mango does is that he's doing a fadeaway bear bait. Sometimes, like, your opponent will kind of see something like a visual cue. In this matchup, that happens pretty often is, you know, Marth will see Falco do a back air. They are like, oh, right, great, I see a back air, I can just, you know, grab it. And what Mango does is that he takes it and he fades it in as he's, like, landing down. Zane tries to go for a grab, slightly misses, and then he gets a forward smash for it. Really good if you understand, like, you know, the drifting that you're able to get away with for it. Definitely, it's a really good way to kind of get an edge over your opponent, especially if you know they're prone to grab a lot.
Yes, that's right. Ooh. Realizes he doesn't have time for anything else because I think he missed the first confirm and gets the second.
See, he's having a little bit of trouble kind of edge guarding here, but we're going to see the adaptation occur as we keep watching here for things to change here. The out of shield laser was incredibly fast. It was very impressive.
Zane kind of just playing his game. Mango trying to.
And see, Mango tried to get the fadeaway back air again, but this time Zane was a little bit more ready for it. So, another good respawn movement. Tries to get a forward air extension, but doesn't really get it panning out for him that well. And that was a fantastic recovery. He does a double jump recovery. It's hard to react to. Zane kind of has to read it, which is nice.
I really can't even begin to. I feel like I would need a full show to talk about Zane's combos. Like, just the way that he waited. Wow, beautiful smash DI by Mango on that nair.
Exactly. Yeah. And right there, like, it felt like Zane kind of overextended a little bit. I think, you know, especially if you're watching too, like, if he just stands kind of like right about, Does he doesn't really need to go off. It could be a timing mistake that he made, but you know, just kind of interesting to see. Even at a high level, like people still make, you know, those types of mistakes.
I'm impressed by how Zane took a laser and came down with an up air.
And actually, I had something right here that was kind of cool too that I noticed that Zane did. It's really, really smart. So right now, like, he's kind of seeing that double laser come up from ledge. It's Mango, so he'll do it so often. But he dashes back, shields, and then nares at his shield to catch, like, the next laser sequence or aerial that comes out. I thought that was really clever, really smart to do. Honestly, you don't see many Marths kind of taking that situation that way. So I thought that was really smart from him.
Small optimizations, but I would say overall right now both players playing quite well. That was sick. Mango short up.
And then I just want to show, because Zane does so many things here, like so ahead of time that it's like really clever. So even during like the respawn movements, he lands down here and he's already crouched, as you can see. And you know, what do we know about crouched Marth? They're able to power shield out of crouch really easily. And this is a situation that, like, when Zane is ahead and he's able to kind of set this up, it's really strong. So, you know, now what's on the table? Falco's going to shoot a laser. Marth is crouched. It's going to come right back at him. But how does Mango respond to this? He jumps over the laser and then shoots another one. Really simple. And then this gives him an opening that he'll kind of go with here.
Mango short-upping over the power-shielded laser with a second laser. That's what you got to do sometimes, man. You got to give your opponent the benefit of the doubt.
That's going to be it? Oh, no! How? How did he get past that down tilt, Tope?
That was wild.
So, you know, as Bobby Scarred saying, how did he get past that down tilt? And, you know, if you were watching the stream yesterday, I talked about, you know, recovery things versus Marth at the ledge. And, you know, at the time, they're like, how the hell did he get away with that? Like, that doesn't really make much sense. But if you look here, and I'll try to slow it down just a little bit so you can see it. So, as he's off stage, we talked yesterday about how, depending on Marth's position at the ledge, if he's a little bit too close, like right here, his down tilt is out this way, right? You can see that with my mouse pointer. And what this does is that it kind of creates a little safety zone right here. So see here, if you kind of like picture in your head like a triangle, it's gonna hit everything from there, you know, but right here in this little spot is completely safe. So this is kind of a funny thing, because if Zane was standing a little bit like further back and did that same down tilt, it would have worked. But this is a very kind of interesting, you know, thing in saying, you know, Mango probably checked or was incidentally in that safe zone and then recovered properly. So just kind of, you know, interesting to see.
That was wild.
So that's how he got past the down tilts.
Had been so perfect.
Yeah, Mango's like phasing through the
Hey, you know, both players are kind of getting a feel for each other.
Yeah, here we go on FD. Mango starting off by running directly at Zane, putting himself in the corner. I like that.
I like that.
I like that. It's a statement. I'm not scared of you, Zane.
So
Zane's like, well, you
my
should
first
be.
time stamp is at 515.
Drops the chain. No, picks it up. That up tilt, yeah, gets the sour spot.
Yeah,
Of course,
so far it's like kind of standard. Gets a really good tech there. And see, once again, so as we pointed out in game 1, every time that Mango's been like double lasering from the ledge, like so, you know, come up. A little bit high though that time, kind of a little bit of a mistake. But Zane has been aerialing out a shield, so at this point, like, you know, if you're Falco, you kind of want to start ledge dashing if your opponent's doing this. You know, you can do like up tilt or, you know, whatever kind of suits your your means, but you know, just something kind of interesting to look at. And see here, you know, just shields, does an aerial, and then beats a double laser.
I thought maybe after that double jab.
I'm actually kind of surprised.
Yeah, Mango's like doing the, you know, the smash.
Really good grab there. Gets really good sequence. He's kind of trying to throw him off a little bit with these stray hits. And this is a double dare to kind of get the edge guard. It's really standard at high percents. It's quite a good way to do it.
Yeah.
It's a bread and butter edge guard.
Oh wow, Mango actually dashing back out of that.
Yes, exactly. So we're gonna take a look at that real quick. This is something that I think is gonna become more common. I don't think a lot of players really utilize it or know about this, and I mark this as important. So we'll see that again real quick. So at 0, Marth cannot start the chain grab. He has to get at least to 10%. And because of this, usually either they'll start throwing out hitboxes to get you to that percent, or they will try to get this like re-grab, chain grab type thing going. So pay attention here. So I'm slowing it down. So Zane gets a grab. And what Falco should do if they're at like 0 at this situation, you can land and then dash back and then come in with an aerial. And, you know, Zane's really good in that he's probably seen Mango do this before, so he tried to cover the dash back with a grab. But not every Marth is going to be used to somebody, you know, kind of using this situation against them. So, you know, if you dash back and you aerial where they were, that'll give you an opening, or at least some percent to some degree. So, you know, very smart. I think that's something that should be more common, you know, as the meta kind of, you know, evolves over time. So, I thought that was neat. Thought that was quite cool.
Oh, wow. Mango actually
And, you know, that dash back saved him so much. I mean, if he didn't do that, he'd be getting grabbed combo to death. Like, he'd be having such a hard time.
Yeah, Mango's defense right now is actually on another level. This is insane.
Yeah, this is, especially versus...
And then there was another thing, too, I noticed here, which was nice.
Super heads up play and like...
Yeah. So, the way he jumps here, avoids the down tilt, and I'm going to slow it down a little bit.
Really?
So yeah, he kind of like jumps, he like gets thrown off, and he jumps in place, and then fades in to get the grab. It's really good, this type of grab, like maneuver right here. Ideally, you want to go like a little bit out to the left here, and then in. That way, like, even if Marth is, you know, like we said earlier, right? So the further he is, the more of that triangle kind of gets created, but the, you know, the further away he is from the ledge itself, you know, the less you kind of have that. So, you know, if he's like here or a little bit further back, you want to like jump in place, you know, jump to the left a little bit and then come in and grab the ledge. But yeah, I thought that was quite nice.
Precise timing too. Yeah, Mango's defense right now is actually on another level. This is insane.
Yeah, this is, especially versus, you saw what Zane did to left and right.
Yep.
And yeah, he's trying his hardest to get out of the chain grab. It's really hard. Like, even if you're kind of playing really well.
Oh my god. Right.
Your precision, like, you've got to be plugged in. Every double jump to the ledge has to be perfect, you know?
Yeah,
like,
he gets grabbed again.
Yeah, and for what it's worth,
What I kind of noticed, and like, you know, you can agree or disagree to an extent, depending on how you kind of see things going. I think Mango wasn't really playing very patiently here. I felt like he kind of was approaching too much. You know, it's what he's used to doing and keeping momentum. But I think, you know, doing anything like laser, like dash back or dash dance more would have helped out a lot more in this set. You really want to reduce the amount of times you're interacting with Marth on this stage because, you know, he gets so much out of any mistake you make.
The crouch on Marth, it makes it easier to power shield the lasers, so
yeah, and he misses his edge guard there. Really good. That down tilt caught Zane dashing back. Really clever.
And there's Mango overshooting, kind of laser short up end, and it's going to combo into the down.
That was crazy.
Zane answering right back.
Yeah, it didn't look like that when Mewtwo did it.
And see, he's got really good power shields.
Yeah,
he kind of sets them up in advance.
I think there was a little deployed
To their left side of the stage.
I think there was a little bit of a DI mix-up.
Quite
that
rough
had something
there.
to do with it. Mango looking for an opportunity here. Get some damage. Down smash is going to send Zane back into the stage. Wow, even off the light shield, he finds the frame data to get that shield grab.
I can't believe that Mango's living these though. His defense, all top 8 has actually been pretty dope.
Yeah.
Like even versus Leffen,
Right. Even the low points, like he's
really showing that like his recovery mix-ups are second to pretty
Crazy.
much
Yeah, so like what I kind of like wrote for that, you know, I felt like Mango wasn't really playing patient. He didn't really utilize dash back options and kind of just kept pressing towards Zane. FD kind of magnifies these things a lot more.
You know, it's not gonna give you the upset victory on FD, but it's probably enough to win on basically all the other stages. You know.
Can we do it I like to do the 2 worlds analysis. Can we do that real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
The world where Zane wins, he will have effectively destroyed.
And see, every time like you're seeing lasers come out, even in this match, he's kind of just waiting.
Beat Mango for first place.
Nice, that was a very good air dodge. I see that was the first time he did that this set.
An incredible year or 2 here, and this would be like, yeah.
Zane's going for a lot of aerial out of shield. At this point, you know, probably you see a lot of dash back, try to whiff punish it.
This event, that would be a pretty shocking event as well. It would mean a lot for the Mango Nation.
Yeah, especially coming off of
Really good shield pressure.
And a very, very like hard fought.
That edge cancel is nuts.
Losing in spectacular fashion, Leffen, but clawing back in these game 5 sets against Fiction, Leffen, and also taking out the #1 seed in Hungry Box.
Yeah, it would kind of be like.
I really like that sequence there. You know, he prioritizes getting off of the platform.
I mean, with Mewtwo King.
And right there, just a little thing that I kind of thought was a little funny. This little like sequence here. Yeah, so you know, like we said before, you know, he gets lasered. All we've been seeing so far in this game is that, you know, Mango hasn't been kind of respecting his hitboxes, not doing any dash backs, not even threatening, like, even holding shield to catch a laggy aerial, anything like that. But in this sequence, you know, pay attention to the spot dodge, because the spot dodge is actually what gets him killed. And you see it right there. You know, if he shielded, he probably could have made it out, even if he like tried to push back a little bit. So, you know, it's kind of important if you see your opponent doing stuff like that, try not to panic, because, you know, there might be a way out of the situation.
Might not have seen the ring.
Nobody's got your correct Tove.
Interesting.
Tove knows when somebody's losing their jump like nobody else.
Only I could do when I was playing. That'd be nice.
See, aerial out of shield, because of the power shield, really clever.
Alright, well wow, the combo around there for Mango is so interesting. He takes a break to waveline onto the side platform. Look at all this damage, oh my god!
Really good edge guards. And double down air. As we saw before on the FD game. Pretty standard, really good at high percents. Yeah, edge cancel side B is really good. It's kind of like a corner escape method.
Getting a little bit stuck in his shield at the end, but I think that was enough of a statement, you know. I almost feel like I can hear, you know, the Zane saying, "You've got my attention."
Right. But
here we go. Anything can happen here at Mango.
Alright, so this is something extremely important, and I hope you guys are all kind of paying attention to this particular interaction right here, because so this is a little I guess not entirely not known fact, but at 0% Falco cannot just down smash Marth and then get him like off of the ledge if he's up being. There's something called a Sakurai angle, and you know, I think the specifics of it is that if you're at 0% and Marth up-Bs you when you're at the ledge, it kind of just knocks you back or knocks you down, and you don't really get the edge guard that way. So what you should be doing in this instance is that, as you see Marth, I'll kind of slow it down a little bit. About to like 0.5. So as you see Marth go down like this, what you should be doing is either one of two things. You should, as he's like kind of here, and you think he's gonna up B, you want to down smash preemptively. And what happens when you do that, that changes this whole situation into your favor. When you down smash before that up B comes out, as that up B hits you, you will exit hit lag, and then instead of getting thrown back and not getting your edge guard, you can press down smash again, and it'll hit them. It'll edge guard them, like, quite simply. And you know, you can even, if you want to be really stylish with this, you can just like do a taunt, and it still works. Like, it's still, you know, still fine. But as you see here, Mango did not down smash early, and because of that, he got kind of knocked back a little bit, and he didn't get the edge guard. Had he have hit this, and just done this like early, he would have won this game. But as you can see, sometimes situations that, you know, you don't capitalize off of just because of like a little difference makes a huge impact on a match. So, you know, let's see what happens now.
Yep. Yeah, you know, you gotta be smart about Oh my god.
And, you know, like I said, that whole situation could have been avoided if he just down smashed a little bit earlier and then down smashed again. That's all that need to happen. But, you know, definitely something that you should be ready to optimize if you're in that position.
You didn't tell me who the Marth player was. I would have heard the Empire Strikes Back theme for Mewtwo King. That was like the most Mewtwo King comeback I've ever seen, but this time coming out of Zane.
And versus Mango,
wait a minute.
And yeah, this match, he gets a lot of early kills. He actually catches Zane quite often here. That was really good. He messes up. Could have gotten like a forward smash there, or some form of like opening off of that. Outstanding slide offs, basically what we would expect.
For no fewer than 10 years.
For no fewer than 10 years.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Tries to get an extension there.
To just throw his stock away.
It's oh my goodness.
Wow, that was sick by Zane.
Yep.
Yeah. Hard recovery. I think going up, like just up high, would have been a good mix-up.
Often Mewtwo
Yeah,
King.
most often.
Zane adding his name to that, you know,
Wow, that was
illustrious roster. Jeez, but Mango piling on the damage right now. Still okay, and with no double jump, I don't think Zane touched the ground.
Yeah,
So this should be a very
and he
easy
catches
draw.
Zane a little bit. Kind of antsy there. Pet
Pet
cat. I will pet the cat for you in a bit. I'm analyzing high-level melee right now.
Oh, what a leader.
Otherwise, we're gonna go to a game 5
So,
on Zane's counter pick.
good.
And
That
the
time he
line-
recovers a bit higher
The
up with
first
side
in
B.
there
Zane
only
wasn't ready
kinda
for it. Does it
discombobulated.
again.
Oh!
And yeah, right here, Zane just gotta be a bit more patient off stage.
Was
He
that
kind of
just
gave
Zane?
Mango
Was that
like
Zane being a
two
little too
really
cute?
easy like
What was
edge
that side B?
guards.
Was he just getting
feel
get,
like
oh!
I was
Really good tech.
I thought there was something there. I thought side B again, honestly. Side B really clutched
Yeah, and
the
Zane's
edge
been
guards
having a
there,
hard
'cause, you know,
time
they keep
covering the
knocking
side Bs this
Such a
set too,
weak
or this specific
Here we
match.
go. 2 stocks of Mango to 1 stock of Zane, exactly where we were last game, Toby.
Yeah. Next opening is going to be huge. Oh, the power shield to up tilt. Zane's got those in moments like these?
I know, right?
Jesus.
That's actually crazy, Toby, now that you say it. Because Zane's been showing us some
And
crazy
Mango's is
stuff
playing
throughout the
more
weekend, but
reserved.
this is
Like
grand
he's not
This is grand finals. Oh, when he
pressing the
catches
ledge as much.
Wow, big tipper there on the side
Yeah.
platform. This should be it. No,
Let's
never
see
mind.
side
Goes
B
up
again.
beautifully.
Zane's not
Almost
really
like
covering
Mewtwo
it.
King
He's
that,
letting
in that
Mango get away
facial
with
set where
it.
He was, you know, short up, or sorry, full hopping out there really early. Oh, this
And the fade away again. He didn't get the first time, but he knew Zane grabbed it, so he just capitalized off of it.
that was like,
versus Marth, right? You've got to really,
yeah, you've got to really.
really know
And
your
he
spacing.
started the beautiful one of that part of that was like, you know, normally when he does that, he starts the nair up, you know, inside your shield,
That
so
was
he
like
can
a-
start the drift back
Yeah.
immediately. That one, he starts by drifting forward, and then midway through the aerial begins drifting back just early enough that he pulls out of Marth's insane grab range. You really, you know, you could watch a million Melee matches and never see someone do that as picture perfect as Mango just did.
Yeah, such a good quote.
Game 5 here on Pokemon Stadium. Honestly,
do or die.
Do or die. Yeah. Very even stage 2, I think, at this matchup.
Are we ready for
So yeah, laser and any aerials on the shield. It's important to keep track of. Tries to get the down smash that time. Kinda has a hard time with it. And he's gotta be a little careful with those like forward smashes and stuff. Especially at the ledge like that. It's kinda dangerous.
People kind of realized.
Also, how is it going? I am the bench.
The transformations will have something to do with this game. Stadium transforms once every, I'm not actually sure, it might be 90 seconds.
Crazy.
90 seconds or
really
so.
Good option there.
Usually Space Animal favored, so Falco's gonna have a nice time on those.
And the slide offs have been like miraculous this set. He's been trying not to get stuck onto the platforms that long like we talked about earlier.
And right, the DI from Mango has been immaculate, basically all top 8. That's one thing. He's had some ups and downs in terms of the offense, but his DI has been really solid.
Got 7 followers the other day because my sister shielded for me. That's sick.
When somebody does some miraculous defensive play in Melee, you know, there's other games like
I don't really have much to say right now because of the transformations. These aren't really things nowadays. So up to 26, Pog.
Yeah.
It's got it does some real damage.
We stand a GeoGuessr Pro.
Like every time he touched left and just evaporated, but no, Mango.
Super low percent kill. Marth with a huge hitbox on back air. That was a tie turner if I've ever literally seen one. I did not see that coming. That back air
So he's like kind of jabbing there. He wants to catch Zane approaching him just kind of like carelessly.
Yeah, wow.
He's doing a lot better catching these like below ledge recoveries. He's just kind of holding the ledge a lot longer.
And it's a 2-stock game.
And see, now he's like dash backing in the corner. Like he just dash dancing a little bit. It's making a big difference.
Catching the roll in. Okay, looking for a tech in place there. Not gonna get it, but he got so
yeah, that was such a good combo. Very good.
Mango can taste this tournament. Winning versus Leffen, winning versus Hungry Box. One stock away from taking this from Zane, especially after losing that tricky little stock.
Wow. Okay, but this is a big moment here.
Yep.
Zane's got the up air started. Lots of damage. He does have to go for an air. Does not catch Mango coming down.
Really good. Zane wasn't ready for that kind of like counter aggression. Yeah, and a double laser from ledge is really risky at this percent too. And Zane's just been kind of catching almost all of them.
Dash attacking into the corner. Are you kidding me?
And Zane's waiting
the forward smash! And that's gonna do it!
And that's the end of set number 1.
Zane stood there at the ledge saying, last game you just gave it to me, and why not ask again? I will invite you to donate the tournament to me, Mango. And Mango said,
yeah.
Not sure.
Not sure.
So before we kind of get into set number 2, I'm gonna take like a quick 5-minute little break real quick. Does anybody have any questions or anything like that for like what's been going on so far? Any questions or concerns? Anything like that. Just figured I'd kind of give you guys some time if you had anything that you wanted to ask. They're so good. I mean, both of these players are like experts, of course. They definitely know what they're doing. And, they're capitalizing really well on each other situationally. But I think it's really important to kind of break down, each situation and see what's going on. Because it gives a really good insight into what they're kind of responding to and playing against. But yeah, that's sick. Have you beaten your 50 country streak? Or are you still trying to get to do that? Oh, this is Sencha Radio Okami. quite cool. It looks like there's like an Among Us update coming out today. It's kind of cool. For anybody just coming in, we're just taking like a quick, like, you know, probably another minute or two, just like a little break. If anybody had any questions or anything like that. New map, it's out now. A new Among Us map is out.
Among Us.
New task, hat, and areas. Our biggest map yet. Marth player not actually good at melee versus banned for sexual content. Yeah, the I don't know what he was doing there with that. I don't even know what he did. It seems like, I mean, I heard what he supposedly did, and it's like kind of just fucking hilarious, but like, honestly, I don't know. I feel like a 3-day ban for like supposedly what happened is not, you know, not needed. I don't think there's anything like, I don't know. I think it's just funny. There was a conspiracy theory though about how Mango was banned and Hungrybox ended up on the front page of Twitch. Jokes aside, this has grown to be my favorite top 10 matchup to watch. Oh, I know. It's such a great match. Huge Binding of Isaac update today too. Oh, man. Today's a good day for games. I'm probably gonna hop on Among Us later tonight and check out the new map at some point. Chess update today. Holy shit. Everything's just popping off. Now we just need a melee update today, and it'll be like so... Oh. It'll be so good. The patch notes are 27 pages long. Wow. That's so cool. That's so sick. Alright, I think we are ready to hop back in for part 2 of our analysis right here. So, I'm just going to do a little quick recap before we kind of hop back in. So, what we've noticed so far up to this point. Zane's been doing a great job covering, you know, just like laser into like immediate opening, like nair or down air. He's been like using really smart aerial out of shields to catch double lasers. For the recovery game, Zane has shown Mango that he's willing to kind of recover low. Mango kind of has a hard time catching a lot of things. He's not preemptively down smashing to avoid Sakurai angles and stuff like that. And, you know, as we saw in the earlier FD game, when Mango kind of doesn't just dash dance around, like Zane's options a little bit before committing, he just runs into a little bit of trouble trying to get an opening. And overall, you know, his slide offs and defense have been really strong, so that's been helping. Mango's kind of a really, you know, good player and looking at how to reduce damage in situations. He always hits slide offs if he can. Alright, and with that said, let's hop right back in, and we will watch part 2 of this legendary set.
Not sure.
Jury's out on that one. We got a second set. Mango needs a little water.
He's asking for a little bit of water.
Yeah,
oh,
man.
my word. After Zane, I'm saying it almost in the anime sense, right? King Zane on this Sunday kind of walking in, the red carpet's been rolled
Everyone's
out
getting
for him.
so
He
pumped
has
up too after
actually
that
walked
bracket
through
reset.
the rest of the competitors here at Big House 9. But Mango, after going through the gauntlet, puts forth the first challenge to Zayn, dragging him down into the loser's bracket with him.
And before this, I think he only lost one game the whole tournament, up until like grand finals.
Yeah.
So he's they're both playing really well today. Like this is not a match where I'd say like, oh, like there's a lot of mistakes.
Wow, honestly, taking a shorter break than I thought they would.
Really good opening there. So like Mango before like most games, he kind of just dropped down lasers, but this time he kind of goes a bit more aggressive, and Zayn was like already just ready to cover it. And as I said earlier, like Zayn's approaching very low to try to recover, but Mango's starting to cover the ledge a lot more often. He's just like holding it longer, you know, making it harder for Zayn to kind of get away with his low up Bs.
3 stocks apiece. Tie game. Wow.
See here, he's just kind of he's keeping his distance. He doesn't want to go into that immediate forward air zone.
The traps that Zayn's trying to lay for him.
But see, that's what we've been seeing. Like every time a laser comes out and it hits Zayn's shield, he's gonna fair immediately.
Forward smashes to work. Well, that one sure didn't. Mango got all this damage off of blocking it.
Yeah, it's one of the things that like we love about Mango.
See, and really good slide off there.
It's really a privilege to have a player like
Tries to
Mango
set up a
in the scene
fadeaway
because he
down
is the
air,
counterculture.
doesn't really get it.
He is
Zayn was
the
kind of ready.
confounding, like,
And actually, I think I
Mango
wrote
scene
something
because
there
he
for
is
that
the
particular
counterculture.
interaction.
It's
Yeah,
it's one
yeah,
of
so
the
this is
things that,
actually
like, we
really
love about
clever.
Mango, and, like, it's so wonderful to have
So,
him as, it's almost
here, let me go back. And let me play this at a little bit slower speed, because it happens so fast that, like, you really can't get an appreciation for it. So, alright. This is a really standard corner interaction at first. So he is lasering to catch Zayn's dash back, right? Standard. As I said earlier, before we kind of went into a review, like Falco kind of wants to cut off Marth's movement, and this laser cuts off that dash back. Zayn, being such a great player though, acts out of the laser hit stun and does another dash back, because most Falcos after that first laser are going to try to approach with like a neutral air or a down air, but by doing this dash back, he's setting himself up to like dash back grab any like Falco that would immediately go for like, you know, an aerial. Mango sees this dash back and lasers again. Really good, really clever. He kind of misses his shine, which was a little bit of a mistake here, but he still kind of like, you know, makes up for it. He does like a fadeaway down air on Zayn's shield because he's pressed into the corner. Marth's gonna usually grab at this point when they're this kind of close to the edge. But what Zayn does is actually outstanding. So he sees that, you know, fadeaway, and Mango has been forward smashing every time. You know, he's like, oh, he's just gonna grab. Easy. I'm just gonna, you know, just do a forward smash here. Buffers the jump out of the shield, and then tries to turn this into a winning situation with that back air. And this happens so quickly that I think, you know, most people would get caught off guard by this. But Mango was a little bit too far away, so it, you know, kind of missed on him too. But even then, like, you know, it doesn't, even though it doesn't work, he still has accomplished a big goal here, because now he's not stuck in the corner. He tried reversaling the situation against his opponent, and, you know, even though that did not work for him, he still managed to put himself in a better position. So sometimes, like, you know, it's not about getting, like, a specific hit. It's about making sure that even if that hit doesn't work, that you're still maintaining good stage presence or stage control.
A player like Mango in the scene, because he is the counterculture. He is the confounding variable, right? That like every
Right there,
other player
Mango's just a
seems
little
to
bit
try
out of
to kind
position.
put
Gets kind of
melee
caught in that
into
like
these kind of
awkward
formulas.
area where that works.
And Mango's always the question question, you know, that like you can't quite answer it in the formula.
Yeah, I actually saw a really beautiful statement on Twitter this week, which was like, game designers try to give players more options.
And if that situation happens again, like let's see, will Mango cover the jump, or how does that evolve?
Mango feels like the last top player.
If we spot that type of interaction again.
There's a book that I really love, Infinite Players and Infinite Games, and the claim is that the infinite players just want to see the game go on, and Mango said it to me yesterday that he feels that there's so much
Wasn't
more
ready to cover that twice.
He's the guy who wants to explore.
Yeah, that was an outstanding sequence there.
He's the one. Well, there's a bunch of us.
Yeah.
Definitely his punish game on Marth is really optimized. He gets so much out of any interaction.
His approach to being good is not about constraining, right, the other player's movement, but almost about.
So yeah, right here, he probably could have just like wave landed, like wave land grab. Yeah, like wave land shine grab, like right there after the first one. But now he's on like a platform. It's not really a good spot to be.
Both charge forward smash.
Yeah, that was wild. Okay, excellent tech from Zane. Yeah, this is close percentage.
Catches Marth from behind. Really good position to be in if you're Falco. Marth doesn't have a lot of good options from behind, so.
What is he gonna do here, Mango?
Yeah, and see another situation where he kind of misses that down smash. And as we said earlier, like, little situations like that make a big difference.
And it just kind of works.
Tippered. Falco was on top of Marth, and it got the like startup tipper hitbox that exists like in his stomach.
Right. Yeah. Wow, in his stomach.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can almost visualize Marth standing still, and then he's like extended all the way.
Now we're on Dreamland again. Makes sense. It's a good counter pick.
Zane throwing out that forward smash, saying thank you, Jason. Thank you, Mewtwo, for giving me the idea to try throwing out random forward smash sometimes, because it seems to be working.
Seems to be pretty good.
There are times when it doesn't, but there are times when it does.
Wow.
Yeah, and see, like, took his jump away. It was really clever.
No chance to recover there.
Quite a good punish.
Continue to combo upward. They might up tilt, but Mango knows there's a time when you just gotta send him off stage. Such a fast wave dash forward shine. They're not even letting Zane do the descending, second forward air. Marth, of course, one of these characters that can do two arrows.
One thing I wrote for this particular game was like, pay attention to like Mango's dash back usage. He's like really trying to not be in Zane's threat range.
I feel like sometimes, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a tough situation there.
Speaking of not being disoriented, Zane knew exactly what he was going for in that scenario.
He was saying there's no way you're holding.
Wave dash out of shield, trying to punish approaching short hop fair. I'm stealing that. Yeah, hell yeah, man. You gotta steal anything you can.
Yeah, like Zane, when Mango did that wave dash in,
It's interesting. Like Mango has never, well, not never, but this whole set has not used the Marth killer once. I don't even think. Actually, I think he will not do it at all this whole set. It's just interesting to see. Maybe he figures this is not worth doing against Zane.
Or like getting hit has to be part of plan.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with those double lasers. It's really strong, but you gotta be careful with it. Zane kind of miscalculating where Mango would end up.
Because Mango is piling on the damage. He is about to take another stock.
And Mango's micro spacing is like
down air, like we said before, really standard. A lot of these things are kind of repeating themselves, as we're kind of breaking down each situation, we're seeing, the kind of pattern here. A lot of these things are repeating themselves.
Micro spacing,
and that should, doesn't get that. Still good though. Should still be okay. He might have one more mix up here.
That's not gonna KO.
Almost gets it.
That would have been mental damage, you know what I mean? Like, if I can't upbeat KO you, it's 100.
See, and he's being very patient at the corner now. He's just not going in immediately. All the dash backing is big difference this game. Very big difference when you just dash back a little bit before approaching Marth directly.
The really slick one is when Mango had actually too low of a percent there to do the crouch cancel down smash.
Well, he still could have crouch cancel down smashed if he did it preemptively, like I mentioned earlier. And that was a great reversal right there. That was basically reacted. You could even see it too. Like, Yeah, see, like that's reactable to do,
First two counters,
which is nice.
I think in this whole grand finals, and they both just came up right there. So, yeah, I'm really liking, you know, Mango shoots these lasers, right? And, like, he's basically baiting Zayn into doing the dash
From
back.
all the times he's played Mewtwo King, he's probably so used to doing that type of
And
reversal.
Mango's taking that opportunity to just, like, he's not going in. So he's pushing forward, but not all the way in.
So
Because
FD,
Zayn
let's
finds
see
himself with his
what this
back to the
FD
corner.
game is like. Because last FD
And then
game
Mango's
that
able to
happened,
eventually
like
bait
Mango
somebody
was a
up 'cause
little
Zayn
bit
is making plays.
impatient.
And then Mango just kind of, you know, reacts to that. So that's
Yeah.
super duper good
And actually,
offensive play.
talking about that from the
Really
lens
good
of
extension
opening
there.
opposing
He's got
options,
Marth
right?
at a
I feel
great
like
percent,
what,
where anything kind of leads to a big
what Fiction
combo.
was doing when we saw Fiction playing, I think it was Mewtwo King or Zayn, I forget. But anyway,
Gets
what
caught
they
in
were
a
doing is
shield.
trying to, like, push Zayn
It's
into
rather
the
hard.
corner, push the Marth into the corner so that, like, they had no stage to run.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just kind of like constrict Marth's options until like your option just wins.
Right.
But Mango on
Tries
the
to
other hand
get
is,
the
like, making it
down
seem
air,
like that's
like
happening,
kind of
but
like,
not
you
doing
know,
it,
loop.
which like opens up this
Kind of
whole
has a
other-
hard time there.
Yeah, this whole other rock paper scissors vibe.
But we'll see that again. That's the first time he tried to go for it, and it didn't, like, work. But he will get better at it in this match, and you'll see it happen in real time.
Melee's an infinite game. Ooh!
First time he does that all set. It's kind of interesting to see. And see Ariel out of shields. Mango sees it. He's just dash backing. He's giving himself time to approach carefully.
It was definitely the FD game where Mango played out of his mind.
Sets up a power shield preemptively. Mango is on top of it though. At this point, Zayn's been kind of getting away with like doing his like aerial out of shields, but he's not really mixing it up in a really, you know, not meaningful way, but not active way.
Dude, he's so sick of getting that, by the way.
This is lots of
Mango!
damage.
Yeah, and that was a perfect
So many
combo.
quick hits, just like really using all of the different hitboxes.
Yep. Nice. I think that was
Catches
smart
Zayn
up
grabbing
from
too
Zayn
much.
to get out of that downer combo.
And see now,
He's trying to make this as weird as possible for Mango. Mango, it does not
this
look like
right
it's working.
here,
Mango's able to
I
follow
like
in.
explain this
combo game
too
right now from the Falco looks like it might as well
in
be Zayn
just a second
with chain
here.
grabs.
Is that gonna do it? No.
Not quite. Wow. It's like the bare maximum percent, I think, where you can still survive that.
I mean, Zayn's
Yeah, he's
keeping
playing
it
so
keeping
much
it,
more
keeping it
patient
scary.
now, and it shows. Like he's getting rewarded for doing it.
Falco.
Fox McCloud.
So I just want to go back real quick here and just show this off again.
Hits, just like really.
Because this is going to be like more common, I think, as Falco players optimize like against Marth, especially on FD. This is something that I've been trying to do much more often now, and I kind of practice it pretty daily to try to get it going. So
like all of the
at,
different hitboxes.
Yep.
and you'll see it right here, around 24%, 30% ideally is where you want to kind of start this. You can basically get Marth stuck in kind of a really terrible situation on FD, and Mango's the sole reason this isn't a 0 to 100 matchup in the counter pick. He's so innovative. Oh, 100%. And I think his, like, optimization of combos, especially on FD, is, like, you know, so important to look at. So this right here, and how this works, I'll also show this off in Uncle Punch afterwards, and kind of, like, showcase a couple of, like, things that happened in this set in Uncle Punch 2. But basically, you get Marth to like 24 to 30%, and you go for like the down air. It has to be if they're double jumping, or like if they're DIing in, then you want to get like a strong hit, back air or down air. If they're DIing out, you want to kind of get a weak hit. And what you're doing here is you're tracking their DI. You have to wave shine out of your shine to get this. And, you know, he's going out, you kind of track him down like that. And you can do this until they're, like, off stage. And even if they go off stage, you can double down air them. And even if you make a mistake, you can still react to their tech after it happens. And like I said, I'll break that down in Uncle Punch afterwards. So, yeah.
It does not look like it's working.
It's quite good. It's really, really good. Definitely something that I think it's going to get more optimized, and, you know, you'll see it much more often.
It's like the bare maximum percent.
At a higher level, of course, it's going to be like mandatory for Falcos to get that down, especially on the FD counter pick.
Fox McCloud. Shades of Fox.
Taking a note from the leader of the Star.
See, he tries to go for it again, but Zane was not the correct percent. It's got to at least be like around. Yeah, kind of mistimes his down air there.
God, that wave dash back from Zane. Yeah, he's looking for an opportunity to convert in a down air. Not quite. Oh no, up smash. So that's not the upward move he wanted. Oh, a little bit of a awkwardly placed nair there. Yeah,
really good. Catches that air dodge.
Nothing doing. Where's the forward smash?
I think. Oh, tries to make it back. Very hard there though. Very hard. This is where Mango's got to be a bit patient. I mean, you don't want to give Zane a free interaction, but yeah, see right there. Anytime he's not sticking with like, if he's like shooting a laser and then dash dancing around, he's having a much easier time. But every time he just kind of forgets to do that, it gets really hard for him again. Ooh, and this is so scary.
Up air doesn't connect there. Zane's out of there with good DI. Nair pushing Mango off stage. The double laser. What is going to happen? Mango pushing forward.
And that's it. So yeah, like, I think even at that point, Mango kind of just like, you know, just did like laser, dash dance, you know, wait for Zane to give an opening, you know, and even if he tries to go for like a forward air out of shield, maybe you can nair it preemptively and trade, you know, anything like that. But his punish was good. He was doing really well. He just kind of lost patience when it mattered.
Almost, you feel like you get 3-stock there, you can move forward, but losing like that's gotta hurt for Mango.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more aggression coming out of Zane. Once again, you know, aerial out of shield in response to laser.
Oh, Zane, where are we going?
No, seriously, there is some serious nerves going on right now. And you know what? I feel
Yeah,
like
it is understandable. At this point, both players are kind of nervous, so that's going to affect things to a good degree.
At a certain point, you've almost earned the right to be freaking out. Yeah. And I feel like both players have given one another reason to play poorly.
And see another reversal there. Mango's really good at getting reversals like off of like straight hits, like that forward smash and that dash attack we saw earlier.
That was sick. What I really appreciate about that too is like Falco's slow run speed. Like every other character makes it over there so easy. Fox, Falcon, they make it look so simple. Falco's really got to hustle, but Mango's reaction time is so good. He starts exactly when he needs to.
Nice. Yeah, and that's pretty common.
That's the classic. And this could be the last game of the tournament, Tove.
Yeah.
Playing much more patiently now. Dash dancing.
Yeah, if Zane gets like one
avoids the aerials out of shield that are happening. Doesn't avoid that one, but
he's respecting the shield pressure. Mango does not want to get shield poked. Mango now on the top platform. Zane trading with the nair.
Ooh, and tough spot.
The recovery. Oh, almost.
Yeah, he barely makes it back. It's crazy.
What a hero.
We talked about.
Right, what a player. Mango is down to make plays like that, and that you really have to start. You have to know that forward air. You have to start it exactly high enough because.
Yeah.
Right. He
All
was
right.
I can't even believe that he
Tries to get the back air fade into a forward smash. Kind of doesn't get it though. It's a hard time with that.
What a down smash! Wow. Honestly, like a timing.
He's catching Zane just trying to go for ledge. He's not really forcing him to kind of recover in a different way.
2 stocks apiece. This could be Mango's last 2 stocks of Big House 9. Zane fighting hard to stay composed. Mango looking for another edge.
And again, the defensive play.
And see, that back off there is so strong. He's catching Zane just throwing out aerials.
On the way down. Mango's gonna wait right after it. It's like every laser, there's like this
if he up tilted, that would have worked.
That Mango's applying that most players aren't even like ready to play at that level. But it's like the default neutral game between these two at this point.
Yeah, they're really pushing the boundaries.
Tries to catch Zane dashing back.
And Zane's shield does not look healthy.
No, it's not. Yeah.
You can't light shield that.
No,
yeah, that shield
totally
pokes.
Right.
If Zayto's
Very
ready to say
good.
that, this is going to be a game 5.
This has been such a roller coaster ride because Toph, I have really.
He's just
felt the
keeping
from
on
the
top of
ground.
him,
I
not
can
giving
tell
him any
they
space to
can taste the
breathe.
Mango win, and then Zayn takes it away.
Yeah. Over and over again, right?
And there's just no sense of safety here. As soon as one player gets comfortable, the other shows that they're ready to get to a higher level.
Ooh,
Wow.
that was crazy.
Trade, but that's gonna
Yeah, that's very rough.
One more sock.
Lands on Randall. Randall making that a little awkward.
It was a very greedy option, but like, if it works, it works quite well when it does.
Oh my god, no grab there from the Nair. There it
There's the
is.
grab. Zayn with another one, 27.
Gets off of the platform really well.
He's laid on that up air. That could be big. Oh, Randall!
Oh, no one expected that.
Early. I thought he was way on the left side of the stage still. How did he hustle over there so quickly for Zayn? But that's gonna do it.
Yeah,
Taking it to a
and see,
game
like I
five.
mentioned earlier, like good position is when like Falco is behind Marth. There's not much they can do, and he sets up a forward smash quite well in that
How's
space.
it not over? Why is Mango still here? And how has Zayn been taken to the limit?
Oh, and yeah, I don't know why they have like a little bit of a like bug or something. But it starts off like 3-3. I don't know why. Guess something must have happened with the recording.
No one knows how we got here now, Toph.
I probably would have burst of blood vessel if I was in the crowd this day. I know. It's so crazy.
Mango up a whole star
And,
basically
you know,
right
knowing
now.
what we've kind of gone over today
In the
so
lead,
far
in
in
the
this
whole
analysis,
tournament,
I'll let
because
Game
Zayn
5
came
kind
in
of
with a
speak for
safe
itself.
advantage.
Oh, insane late to these tech chases. He's giving Mango some bonus damage. Does not get the upbeat. There's going to be a lot of bonus damage. No, Mango dropping it. All he got for that was an up smash.
And Stadium coming to the rescue. Mango starting to pull away with
This
this.
is huge. Is he going to shine if he goes for it?
I'm telling you, Toph, the fans can feel it. The Mango Nation is expecting a first place finish here.
That is big. I don't think
They
Zayn
are one
landed.
stock away from getting it.
That's the Hedgehog and Zayn. He's going to
Zayn's
win
got
on
a
the
big
wrong
deep.
transformation.
Zayn can do this.
Oh, man. That should, he might not even get, he gets it. He picks up the back air. Zayn
Zayn
trying to
has
claws
done
back
this
into this.
already in this set. But after Levin got Mango DIing away,
Yeah.
missing a wave dash.
Oh, what was he
Zayn
looking for?
freaking out.
That could not have been intentional. Maybe looking for a wave dash back into that, and Mango with all the state presence. Zayn, no jump. Mango
Somehow wins the Big House 9 from a Zayn who looked untouchable on the winner's side. Running through Hungrybox with 3-2 stocks. A convincing win over Hungrybox, but barely beating Fiction. Getting destroyed by Leffen, only to barely beat him on the loser side. And a 2-set victory, both sets at the breaking point. Is this real?
What a historic moment. Showcase. Nice. Very cool. So yeah, just real quick here, I'm just gonna show this off. So, I'm just all in the match from our nice set we had. So you want to get him to like 30%, ideally. It can work at 24%, but in order to do this, what you want to do is you want to get a shine, you want to follow up their DI, and you want to kind of alternate between their DIing in, their double jump, their DIing out. Just want to like keep it simple. And, you know, you want to kind of just like practice being able to land this pretty consistently. And if you can't like land it, I don't have my input display on. Yeah, all I'm doing is just like, if he's going out and I want to do like a weak down air. If he's going in, I want to like double jump into it. You want to catch him in the shine. And this will take some practice, even I'm not like perfect at it. see here, you can double down air them, like right there, and still make it back. Try to get a really good example for you guys. That's pretty good. You could basically track Marth all the way, and then that's another. So if they go like, you know, to the ledge, like they're falling down right here, all you gotta do is just down smash them. That's all. Just that simple. And it'll send them off stage, and it sets up a really good edge guard. You know, so this is pretty much like the more like recent like optimization. If you can get this on like Marth out on FD, and you pull it off, you're gonna take their stock really cleanly, and there's not gonna be much they can do about it. They're kind of getting, you know, combo to death. And they go to the ledge, you can down smash. They go off stage, you can double down air. You know, it's very nice. And if you don't feel confident, like say you're just like learning this, you know, and you want to use it in bracket, you don't need to go all the way off stage. You can kind of just get the damage, and then, you know, you still get an edge guard set up. You can mix it up too, like if you want to go for like an up air at some point, you know, just like if they're used to the DI or something like that. If you do it once, you can do that. What's important is that you like either wave shine like forward or back. You always want to wave shine. You can't jump up and do it, it doesn't work. See there, I could have still reacted instead of F smashing there. I could have like chased it with like a follow-up down air. Yeah, and that would be a doubled air there too. He's just like, you know, air dodging like frame perfectly. But, you know, average player, nah, they're not gonna be able to do that. See, that's like what a full string of it looks like. So much damage. Marth cannot tech because he's getting shined, and you know, it's very difficult for them to get out of it. And just really quick, I'll show this off too before I kind of take a break until we have our tournament stream later tonight. So how do you get this damage? Well, I think ideally you want to like laser, like shine, and then like you can like back air or even like up air too. Gets them to 26. If you get fair, that'll put them at that perfect percent, you know, like 33, and then you're good to start your combo. Down air, not that great at like a lower percent. You can get a grab too. You can grab, up throw, and then you can do like up air if they DI in. You can forward air them a little bit, or you can do back air into back air. That's like a really good one. You can like kind of drift it and then get 2 hits if you're like really doing it well. Yeah, just make sure you got your laser dashbacks and stuff like that ready too, in case, you know, they don't give you an easy opening. yeah, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to go over for today. I hope you guys enjoyed Melee Review. This is my first time doing this type of thing. Let me know if you like the format of this, because I'm definitely, you know, I would be more than interested in doing more of this type of content in the future if you guys like it. I thought this was a really great set to look at, and hopefully, you know, this information helps you kind of beat your local Marth legend a lot more often. And yeah, that's all I have for right now. I will be back at 6 p.m. EST, and once again, my name is Falcris. Thanks for stopping by on my stream, and I'll catch you absolute legends at around 6 p.m. If not, have a great day.